Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting discussion on all things Minecraft. That's Giovanni rolling in the grass right there. Anyway, so my name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and I will be your hostess with the mostest for this video. On today, actually, we're going to talk about the fact, it is a fact, it's totally a fact, right? Life is not an emergency, you know, and in those moments when it is, those are not most moments, right? So life in general, come on G, trying to make a video here. He's having a good time. Oh, I will give you a little bit of well, I don't know if it's fun facts or what, but some woods facts, at least about this woods, because the caretaker, who's a wonderful older gentleman, he was explaining to me there are a lot of bear here this year, like a lot of bear, and he just yesterday, and I just saw for myself, there's lots of bear poop. That's how we know there are lots of bear, obviously. And actually this morning I was walking up here, and there's clearly one very big mama by the looks of it, and then a whole bunch of little cubs or mama followers, or I don't know, but anyway, so we have about another 45 minutes to an hour when they start to hoot. They make like an owl noise, and I heard them last time I was here at dusk, and they were all over like hoot, hoot, hoot. So the video could get really interesting if we like overstay our welcome. So anyway, we're gonna get rolling. Okay. Life is not an emergency, unless, of course, we wait about an hour. But anyway, so it's important to save that stuff up. So Richard Carlson also, because I read him a lot, so I'm going to give him a shout out here. I read a lot, period, right, voraciously. But he's big on don't sweat the small stuff. He's got a whole series about that. And it's true, because if we, you know, spend all our cognitive juice, emotional juice, on regular daily stuff, then we don't have the juice for the big stuff. And so often we get so worked up and blah, blah, blah. And so I wanted to sort of talk about what does it mean to relax? Because I think a lot of people probably, I'm guessing, obviously, don't really stop to think about what it means to relax. And, you know, I've talked about it for the Fast Mind Clubbers, so we get relaxation shamed, you know, frequently, because what it means to relax for us is not the same is, you know, how neurotypicals relax. And obviously amongst neurotypicals, there's not just one face on neurotypicals or fast minders or whatever, but we all relax differently. For me, I'm in motion, but you know, for most people, it's like relaxation. Whoops, thought that was something, but it's just a little bit primed here. Relaxation is something we do somewhere else, right? And also later, we relax later somewhere else. Like there's a planet relaxation or something like that. I don't know. And so we relax on vacation. So after we finish up this work week, and if Monday we're on vacation, they can relax then. I can relax after my very lengthy to-do list is complete. Then I can relax. I can relax after whatever bucket I filled up with, you know, whatever maybe longer term is done. Then I can relax. I can relax when I retire. That's one of my favorite ones, because I have to tell you, at a fabulous 56, I've seen some people retire, and some like it, but those who like it are actually got busy doing other things. People who generally keep just, and then they hit a brick wall, like they work, and hit a brick wall and then just stop, usually either die or get sad or need to like find other things, because that's not usually how it works. You know, we just go hard stop like that. So, so relaxation, it's something we do later somewhere else. And that mentality, it's just not the healthiest as far as well-being goes. It's not the healthiest. And just like other things we've talked about, like shifting, mindset is everything. So shifting out of a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, or, you know, shifting out of a negative stress mindset to a positive stress mindset, we can just as much as easily, if we focus on it and make a commitment and follow through, we can shift into a positive relaxation mindset, which means it isn't something we do later somewhere else on planet relax or something. I don't know. We can actually, you know, adopt an attitude of relaxation, a mindset of relaxation, and that is just so important. I was thinking about that, like, so that means also, I was thinking about this, the rest of this, okay, so if we're like, you know, if we're talking about relaxing later somewhere else, that's obviously we're not relaxed at this minute. So that means like 95-ish or more % of the time, We're supposed to be, I don't know, like neurotic, or maybe not so extreme. Let's try another one. Irritated, just not mindful, not, I don't know. So if you're not relaxed, you got to be something else that's not relaxed, right? So you can find your words, what, nervous, anxious, I don't know. But if it's not relaxed, it's got to be something that isn't that, which generally isn't good, really. Well-being as far as well-being goes. So shifting into this mindset is just so important. So it's important to realize, because, or also if we're not relaxed, we're just plain rushed. Like, it doesn't, a neurotic was a little extreme, I admit that, although that's true for some people. Or just rushed, and again, we're not in the moment, which is, remember, the moment's all we have, right? The power of now. Now is all we've got. The past is over, as we say, and the future didn't happen yet. So, not to be cliche, it's just true. And so, we're rushed, or we're doing whatever. And it's important to realize that when we do that, we set ourselves up when we're not in a mindset of relaxed, at work, with our family, taking out the garbage, whatever it is, washing the dishes, taking a bath, reading Dr. Seuss to our kids or grandkids or whatever, that we are in this, it sets us up to be in this mode of the rush thing that can lead to this idea of life as an emergency, or at the very least an urgency, right? Spectrum, we've talked about that, because rarely are things like, oh, I'm a Zen monk and now there's like an emergency or a crisis. There's a whole middle, right? There can be an urgency, which isn't like, we're not at death's door with something, but maybe it's just something that needs all of our attention, right? So, and usually, and I did a whole thing on a podcast on that, right? That to question your sense of urgency, which goes into this too, because life is not an emergency, and it's usually not even an urgency. Like, that's a step down from emergency, and that's not usually the case. If we looked at, picked a day out of our lives, like a random, just ordinary day, and we actually looked at it like like you're watching, the plays of a football game as a coach or something, and you look back at it, most of the plays weren't intense. Most of our day-to-day interactions, brushing our teeth, taking a shower, reading books, work, you might have had something said to you here and there, but it's the super, super, super minority of the time. And it's just so important. So, like anything else, we can learn to kind of train ourselves to be in this relaxation mindset. And if you think about it, think about the times you've really been uptight. Even if you're not usually an uptight person, you probably have had an experience with uptight. I'm not uptight, but of course there's experiences of uptight. I don't like it. It feels like all tight, like here-ish. And we generally, when we're locked into that illusion of urgency or illusion of emergency, unless it's a real one, which is, remember, usually not the case most of the time through life, thankfully, when we're uptight, we actually don't get a lot done. We don't get much done. So we kind of stay in that like feedback loop, telling ourselves, oh my God, this is so important, this is so huge, I've got to get it done by now, I got to get it done in 10 minutes, I've got to get it done in 0.2 milliseconds. When we do all that, we're not getting it done, obviously. And so when we can train the brain to be in a more relaxed state, we're actually going to be more productive. And it sounds counterintuitive, but it's true. And I tell you, even just like way back when I was writing my dissertation, I get home from work, pour myself a glass of wine. I did some of my best work in my jammies with a glass of wine, sitting by that computer, like it flowed right out of me. When actually, why do you think I come to the woods? In addition to like loving the woods and walking around, is because I get inspired out here. I can make videos for all of you and enjoy every single millisecond of it, because I'm super relaxed right now. I got a little bear issue, but we have like a half hour, so I think it's fine. And even then, they're black bear, they're vegetarians. They're not going to charge us, so I've been told by the caretaker. Especially if we have a dog and Giovanni just wants to play with his new bear friends. But the point is, I'm very, very relaxed out here. And usually, more often than not, the videos just roll right out of me because it's already in my head and it's in my feelings and it's passion, and I'm just loving every second, and it just rolls out of me. Where as if I were to be all uptight, walking, pacing in my living room, or pacing. I'm not a huge pacer, but let's just say I were like, oh my God, I committed to, 4 videos per week minimum, and I'm only on 3, and it's already, what is today, Friday, and oh my God, you do all that oh my Godding, it's not helping anything. So no, what do? I go out to the woods. I have some bullet ideas like that I want to, get out, and it just flows because it's serene. I usually don't sit, but I had a couple of notes. If you can check out that beaver pond, it was funny, not ha funny, but just cool. That the beavers, when they kind of smell that Giovanni's around or something, I don't know, but they gave a huge like whap smack, like just letting you know this is beaver territory kind of thing. So here's the whole thing. We can switch into the relaxation mindset. How? By choosing to do so. So really, I think it's an AA, or no, not AA, because it's a 12 step. So let's say all the anonymous programs, which I'm definitely a big fan of. When we get sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when we make a move, right? We're sick and tired of listening to ourselves. We're sick and tired of that racy feeling because we're not questioning our urgency. We're conditioned to be urgent. We fly around like gerbils on crack in this country. And I love my country. I'm just saying, gerbils on crack. Okay? And then, so question that sense of urgency, and then breathe deep breaths. Because when we breathe deeply with intention, it's an automatic reset, which returns the mind to the body. And remember that you can start your day off, or you may start your day over whenever you choose to. So if you had like racy monkey mind stuff going on all morning, and let's even say it's 4, whatever it is right now, 4:20 or something, you can say, okay, it's 4:20, starting my day over. I'm officially going to deep breath, work on being relaxed. And remember how much the brain loves patterns, but you gotta show it what to do. Just like a 2-year-old, we talked about, a toddler. The neurons need to know what to do, and like a good parent, they need to have consistency, repetition, follow through. So if you catch yourself in these false sense of urgency, or let's even bring it way back over here. We have emergency, urgency, way back over here. Let's just say we're in this hustled, hurried place we don't need to be in. Then you say to yourself, okay, I'm noticing I'm feeling rushed and hurried, and I don't need to. Take some deep breaths. You have to duck into a restroom or something. If you can duck outside, it's even better. And just slow it down, okay? Excellent, because as far as we know, this is not a dress rehearsal, right? This is not a dress rehearsal. This is the big game. So do we want to spend most of our life minutes relaxed or hurried, urgent, and in an emergency? I'm going to go with relaxed, I have to say. We don't have to be in a hammock. We don't have to be laying by a pool. We don't have to be in the Bahamas. We don't have to be wiggling our sands in the toes. Our toes in the sand, not that that's not enormous fun. I'm not saying that. It can be at work. It can be in the bathroom. It can be anywhere. So adopt a relaxation mindset. Spend those life minutes as if they are cash. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the gorgeous, gorgeous deep woods of northern Vermont. Have a mindful, very relaxed day.